today I'm very excited to share with you this recipe. It's been long waited for. Basically today I'm baking without an oven. Stay tuned. So as I've just mentioned, we don't have an oven, but we still need to bake. So with me, I've got my large pot. This is the largest pot I've got in this house. Use what you have. And I'm just prepping what we need so that it is ready for when our batter is ready to go. Right, so I'm going to show you what I've got in this pot. Okay. Make sure you invest in very good stones, guys. Good stones, very important. I had to go and pick these one by one, and now this is what I normally use if I want a cake without using the oven, or when the oven is busy and I still want to bake. This is how I do it. So I've got rocks in there, or you can call them stones, as you can see, and I've got salt as well. White salt. This is the cheapest salt. I didn't want to use Himalayan or expensive salt. You can use sand as well if you have sand. And basically that's what we are putting at the bottom so that our cake doesn't burn. When you finished preparing that, make sure you have your round pot to put your cake. This is normally for my rice cooker, but I'm going to use it because I don't have a big round pot to put here. I could actually use... So in my previous cake that I baked, was my first time to bake to bake, and I didn't have an oven. This is what I use. It's my rice cooker. It's been used and abused. But I think I'm going to use my cake tin. And you have to have a cover, no matter what. You have to have a cover. So I hope it turns out fine. And then you have to have a big cover as well to cover the whole pot all together. So I'm just gonna put it on the fire. You can see. Make sure that your fire is not too much, it's not too high. I'm going to put it on very low to warm the pot. I don't have to leave the cover there, to warm the pot and everything while I am prepping the batter. So with me here, I've got 2.5 cups of flour. I'm using self-raising, and this is the cup I use to measure. So I'm going to sift it like so. After sieving, I'm going to put my 1 teaspoon of baking powder. Yeah, you have to make sure there's no lumps. And now you're going to mix all your dry ingredients. So I'm just putting butter, and I'm just eyeballing it, to be honest with you guys. I'm not very big on measuring. Right, I've got my baking honey. This time I'm gonna use baking honey. I don't want to use sugar, and I'm just gonna eyeball it, to be honest. I am just going, you can, use to your acquired taste, because we all have different tastes. So I'm squeezing it in. Look at that beauty, guys. Yeah, I think that's enough. Yeah, I think that's enough. I'll test it and see. And then I'm going to put 1 egg. And now I'm going to mix. I've got 3 eggs to add in, but I'm going to put 1 egg at a time. And watch me mix, guys. I'm going to make a good mess.
Tonyiga mukwano dia Sembera weno Produce Bana Chimale Tuwaye.
As you can see, guys, my mixture of eggs, honey is ready. Okay. And butter in there as well. So I'm going to put some vanilla. With this, I don't need to measure really. I don't have much left. I'm just gonna put it all in. And then I'm going to put in some flour. After mixing to make sure that the vanilla is well mixed and blended, I'm going to put in half of the flour and mix.
Tonyiga mukwano dia Sembera weno Produce
Milk, 1 cup to get it ready. I'm going to put half a cup to start with and then put the rest after. Stay with me, guys, stay with me. We're getting somewhere. Trust me, we're getting somewhere. Mix. Oh, I love doing this.
Tonyiga mukwano dia Sembera weno Produce Bana Chimale Tuwaye. Mbulira Boyagala neise mukwano ngondere Makwini mino You got my style.
So I am greasing my warm baking. I'm using this Fry Light coconut oil. I tend to put quite a lot because I don't want it to stick at the bottom. Yeah. So I'm doing this to get rid of all the air and the bubbles, and off we go. I'm going to cover the cake and everything all together, and I'm guessing that could take about an hour or so, so stay tuned. So guys, our cake is ready. As you can see, when you bake a cake on top of the hob like so, it stays white on top. So I'm just gonna use this, you know, what do you call it?
Tester.
Tester to see whether it's ready, and if it comes out without any residue, it goes to show that it is ready.
Yeah.
You can see, guys, the butter was too much, so I scooped some of it and put it in the oven. But this was the main cake, the ovenless one.
So
I'll show you. I'm going to put it on the cooling rack, and then I'll come back to show you how it turned out finally.
yay.
So guys, as you can see, our cake is ready to go. You see? All baked with no oven. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for staying loyal to zanzanlife.me. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell button so that when I post any new videos, you're the first person to get notified. And also share. Don't be selfish. Pass it on. Share.
Sure.
We're all in baking modes, especially now on lockdown, and it is very important to have all those tricks and tips of how you can make it even without an oven. Have a wonderful time, and I will see you in my next video. Bye. Ciao. Ta-da. Ciao.